The FBI recently have tracked down a potential terrorist who was mentioning committing real-world violence on Roblox. Roblox is a game I'm sure all of you have heard of. Most of us grew up playing Roblox as kids. I remember when Roblox first took the internet by storm. In 2016, I was just a little child, and I remember telling my dad to create me an account for Roblox after watching one of my favorite YouTubers by the name of Guava Juice play this game. Which, if you guys don't know, Guava Juice is a YouTuber who creates content for people probably around the age of 11 or younger. I remember he was playing this tycoon, and I just fell in love with the whole concept of a Lego video game that allows you to create or play whatever type of world you want. As a kid, I used to play tycoons, but my favorite Roblox minigame was definitely the obbies. I remember sitting on the computer for hours trying to get past each level. But the reason I bring this up is sorta because I know you guys have probably had the same experience with Roblox growing up as I have. I know you know just how it feels to realize that Roblox is becoming more and more unsafe for the younger population. And I think it's kind of insane because when I try to think of a potential game that a domestic terrorist would be playing, Roblox just isn't the first game that would pop into my head. I don't know, it just seems like such an odd game for something like this to happen. Apparently, the FBI tracked a man back to his home in Texas after they suspected him of making threats on Roblox to commit a real-world crime. And this wasn't just any crime either. Apparently the guy was going to target a Christian concert, which if you guys don't know, Christian concerts in a state like Texas are usually filled with thousands of people. I looked it up and it seems like this attack might have taken place very soon, like within 2 days very soon. Apparently there's two Christian concerts that are coming up, one being on the 27th, which is a concert for David Lewis, and another being on the 4th of July for what looks like a tour named Rojo. I mean, thank God the FBI caught this guy because this attack would have been targeting hundreds of people, even thousands if he chose to do it on the 4th of July. In an affidavit submitted to the Texas court on May 16, 2025, FBI Special Agent Carter described how authorities received a report from an unnamed Roblox player claiming to have witnessed, quote, possibly domestic terrorist incident being discussed on Roblox. In images and statements provided by the witness, a Roblox user known as Craze3Pain was believed to have made threats in the game to attack a Christian concert or event. With information associated with Craze3Pain's account provided by Roblox, the FBI traced the account to an address in Texas where they identified a man by the name of James Berger. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if your last name is Berger, you might as well just file a lawsuit against your whole family bloodline for child abuse. I mean, there's no way his parents chose to have that name all their lives. With a lame ass name like that, this dude was probably better off starting his own burger shop rather than trying to ruin the lives of other people. I don't even understand how this man got caught on Roblox of all games. Like, was he planning this attack live in front of, like, children or something in a Roblox server? I don't even know. But either way, however this dude got caught, it was completely fucking stupid. I mean, the Trump shooter was less stupid than this guy, and that was just some random teenager who crawled up a building outside of Trump's rally. I mean, imagine how stupid you have to be to brag to children online that you're going to commit something like this. This guy might have been one of the dumbest people who have ever lived. This is also a pretty good example for people out there of how your digital footprint and all this stuff is real shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have a VPN on your device or you buy something with a credit card with your address on it, these things you do online isn't just some anonymous bullshit. 90% of the time you can be traced. Rookie mistake or classic stupidity, you call it, I really don't know. But this is just a ridiculous thing to plan on a game like Roblox anyways. After executing a search warrant on Berger's home, the FBI discovered that a family member had installed a keylogger, which if you don't know contains records and inputs on a keyboard, with the latter subsequently providing the logs to the authorities. The logs recording access to quote Roblox player beta.exe were combined with Berger's other devices, including an iPhone, to establish their involvement. In a voluntary interview with the FBI at the home, Berger provided his login info for the account, admitted to making similar statements to those shown in screenshots provided by the witness. Berger said his end goal was to, quote, get the hell out of the US, and if he can't, then martyrdom or bust. I don't know. I just can't take this guy seriously. I mean, his last name is Berger. Hold on, let me lock in. In searching Berger's iPhone, the FBI discovered a note explaining, quote, how to prevent leaving any DNA or fingerprints behind searches or firearms and ammunition, and phrases including, quote, festivals happening near me, and, quote, what is the most effective knife type? Carter had also described how Berger had taken screenshots of his username being banned from Roblox. Quote, according to Berger in the interview, being banned in Roblox was a familiar occurrence. Carter concluded the affidavit by recommending that the courts issue a warrant for his arrest. So it's clear that this guy wasn't just making some edgy jokes on the internet. He likely would have carried out this attack if he had the time. And by the looks of it, it seems like he had the assets to carry this attack out if he really wanted to. One thing that sketches me out is that he apparently had some family member who decided, I don't know, out of the blue one day to install a keylogger on the guy's fucking computer so that they could trace what he was typing. And if you guys don't know, a keylogger basically tracks everything you type. Keyloggers are usually implanted into viruses and malware by hackers in order to gain information about account passwords or credentials. Essentially from there they can see anything he looks up, any message or send through like his socials on like Discord or whatever. They would basically just be spying on him. And it's like, who does that? Because shit, I never once came to mind just for me to be like, I should put a keylogger on my brother's computer, or just put it on my friend's device. Let's see what he's talking about on his computer, right? Like, that's such an odd thing to do. If you're putting a keylogger on your friend's device, chances are you're either trying to rob them of something or catch them in the act of something. And that makes me question, like, what could possibly have been the reason for this guy's family member to do something like this? But apparently through said keylogger on the computer, they were able to trace a bunch of these searches that he had made. And I mean, these are some pretty alarming searches for somebody who has now been arrested for planning a terrorist attack. I think it's also very interesting to point out there that out of everything that he like specifically wanted to target, he made a note of it being Christian concerts. He apparently wanted to target Christians out of all people. And to me, that should be considered a hate crime. Like, you're literally targeting people based on their religious beliefs or whatever. That's a hate crime. The guy also has like a super American name. I mean, like, his last name is Berger. I can't think of anything more American, right? So it's not like this is just some immigrant or something who may be considered like a part of a terrorist organization. But yeah, welcome to the new world, man, where everything is online and people are just so far into the internet, apparently, that they just forget how significant digital footprint is. Digital footprint is real. These things are all true, and they are actually things that you should be concerned about. You can't just be going around and saying whatever you want, man. Especially if like you're trying to have yourself a bright future, man. I don't know. If your last name is Berger though, then I don't know what to say. You're kind of just bound to hate your life and contain a lot of envy, but don't be like this guy. Unfortunately, we have to live around stupid people like Mr. Berger over here who want to hurt others. So anyways, with that being said, thank you guys for watching.